Hi guys, it's 7 p.m. and the hottest part of the day is over, so I decided to make a video for you guys. It's been a really humid, hot day here in Melbourne, and well, I've been so busy. I wish I had a camera on me as I was working. So today I've gone ahead and planted another tree after, well, gaining more confidence from the two mango trees the other day, and I went ahead and planted another one today, another difficult for my climate tree. Let's find out which one it was. It's evidently none of these here that are in pots because it's in the ground. Temperature is 29 Celsius with 83% humidity at 7 p.m. and at 6 p.m. in the 7 p.m. with daylight savings time, 6 p.m. not. So it's pretty muggy still, pretty muggy. So the tree I went to plant, or that I planted, was one of these underneath the Tangelo, where they've been getting protection from the hot sun for the last couple of weeks, because they don't like hot sun at all. They don't like any sun, actually. Anything over 18 Celsius fries the leaves. Yeah, so much for being tropical. So I picked the best one out of all of them. There's some more over there. These are the seedlings that I propagated last summer. And there were three that stood out. These two. See what I mean by fried? The leaves? That's what happens when they're in the sun. Huh? What the heck is that? Terrible. So what happens is it grows the new lush green leaves that you see at the top here. Then they curl, right? Then they turn like that, and then they turn like that. And then the process starts all over again with a new growth. See the new tip? So we go from that to that to that to that. That's what the jackfruit's been doing since October for 3 months. And it doesn't matter if I have them, well, it helps in the shade. The outcome has been much better in the shade, but even under the shade, it's not perfect. But I know now to keep them out of the sun. There should have been an instruction on the label. You know, when you buy a fruit tree from Dailies, instruction: don't place seedlings in direct sun. Doesn't take much to put that into the label. Even this 7-year-old avocado doesn't like to be in direct sun. It wants to be protected. Look at it. I don't think it's going to make it, by the way. This is the Pinkerton. It's going downhill. It's sinking fast. The ship is going down. Exactly like last summer. But then it came good again in spring. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But my other avocados, look at this. The Fuerte, look how lush green it is. Right next to it. Not far at all. Anyway, let's get back to the tree. Today's tree planting. This is getting shaded, that's why it's lush, by the ice cream bean. Alright guys, this is the superstar, him right there. Out of all the jackfruit seedlings that I germinated, he's the one that was doing the best. So he got the star role in today's video. And check out all the camellia tree cuttings that I prepared for him and for the others over the last day. You know, the ones I had hauled over from the front yard, there's still some left. I've given them to the bananas down there. See those? Whole stack. So yeah, free mulch when you prune and trim your trees. It's not much, but it's better than no mulch at all. So there he is, the youngster, little guy. So I did the same thing with him as I did with the mangoes. I dug 20 inches with him because the soil here was much better. Plus this area is slightly raised above that area down there, which slopes. It slopes downhill. This comes uphill, so there's more room to dig slightly. And put the gypsum in there, put the half filled it with water, let it sink to check the drainage. I didn't document it all because I already did it with the mangoes, exactly like the mango. Then I mixed the native soil with some more gypsum. I didn't use coir or peat this time. No peat, just native soil and gypsum. And I placed him slightly raised, maybe 2 or 3 inches, 3 inches, slightly raised above the soil here. Well, you can see the mound. See the mound? Not much. And covered it on top with potting mix. Yeah, so that's the job I did today. Now, going back to the jackfruit that I planted last summer, the ones I bought from Dailies. I really don't know why these failed. And they didn't fail in winter. They failed over summer. I planted them in spring 2020. That is late September, early October 2020. And by this time last year, January 2020, they were toast. They were fried. They'd lost all their leaves. Wow, that was a disaster. So there was another one also around the corner over there, which I pulled out just a few minutes ago. So why were the jackfruits from Dailies a complete disaster, even though I gave them this for winter? But as I said, winter wasn't the problem. The cold didn't get them. Let's find out what got them. Okay. Oops, nearly smashed the lens. Okay. What caused the little jackfruit seedlings? And I got 4 of them, and all 4 failed. Now I've got 14 of them from my own seeds, which cost me nothing. So you can do that, guys. If you go to the market, buy a nice jackfruit and plant your own seeds. Yeah, I mean, you're going to pay for the fruit, right? But you're not going to pay $20 per seed. You're going to get 20 to 50 seeds for, you know, the price of the fruit. Okay, so is it alive? Let's see if it's viable. Doesn't look like it. What about down here, right at the bottom? Not really. Anyway, let me pull it out. And that's what we're talking about, by the way, for those that don't understand what I'm saying. Jackfruit seedling. Okay, so here we go. Pull. Don't need to be using a shovel, because this is going, you know where. Look. Dry, guys. Death by drying, by what's the word? By being dry. Basically the soil was dry. Completely dry. Look, that's what killed them. I mounded, right? I mounded this in a mound so to avoid root rot. But instead of dying from root rot, they died from the opposite. They died from not enough moisture, from dryness. Dryness killed them, not root rot. So planting on a mound, planting up high is not always the answer, because the water would just run off and run away and go down there. Remember I told you this is sloping down, and no water would stick here over summer last year. That's why the 4 jackfruits didn't make it. See? Who would have known? Dryness. Yeah, it's green. It's still alive. Look. Barely. Barely alive. Right? Barely. Barely. Hasn't had a drink in probably 3 months or 6 months. Okay, now we know what happened. So that experiment is well and truly over. It's good to know that the cold didn't kill the jackfruit. This guy is definitely not going to be lacking any moisture, because I planted him a little different. The water's not going to just run off. It's not going to just run off. It's going to stop. I created a little burn, and I'm going to increase the size of the burn over the next few weeks, right? And as I said before, I only mounted him 2 or 3 inches, not 6 inches for him. Too high. The water was just running away. And I've put this here in the way, so to stop the water running off, or the mulch, right? Like a barrier. He never had he had a barrier, those little sticks, but it wasn't working, right? It wasn't working, guys. So, and we've given him some nutrition on the top. The other guy only got some what do you call it, rooster booster pellets. That's all he got last summer. So I'm gonna be giving him power feed every couple of weeks. This is the same treatment as with the mangoes. Power feed every 2 weeks, sea salt every other 2 weeks, and pellets, right? The rooster booster. And lots of water throughout summer and fall or autumn. I'm going to be watering the heck out of him until the end of April. And then once the April showers come, I'm just going to let him go on his own and do what he can over winter. Another thing which is important, the one that died, he was getting too much sun. As a youngster, this is where the morning sun is, right? Morning sun from there, and then it goes across to afternoon sun there. So this guy's only going to be getting late morning sun, or sorry, early morning sun, and no afternoon sun at all. Whereas this guy was getting all morning sun and early afternoon sun as well. He was getting too much sun for a seedling. So there's about 2 to 4 hours less sun here for this new planting. So next I have to figure out where to put the shepherd avocado, that one there. Oh, and the other thing is everything is really close, as you can see. I've got the Davidson plum, the new jackfruit, the black sapote, the Tahiti variety, the Fuerte avocado, and the ice cream bean. Everything is jam-packed. Don't look at the pots. The pots can move. They're only here for sun protection. But 1, 2, 3, very close. And then you've got the pepinos here on the other side, and the gyro persimmon on that side. So it's all happening. Yeah, so I've got to find a home for the shepherd at the end of summer, around March, late March, when the worst of the heat is over. He's grown really well since I picked him up from dailies in spring. He's doubled in height. Actually, is more than doubled in height. So he's ready. He's more than ready to go into the ground. He's got a root flare there, sticking out like the mangoes. So yeah, so I was thinking maybe put him where the old jackfruits were, but that's a bit too close to the lemon tree. Put him here where I've got a mushroom plant which I can move, but that's a bit too close to the persimmon and the cherry moya, right? It's crammed in here. And the pepino, it's getting crammed. Yeah, so there's a couple of possibilities for the shepherd. And the reason why I want to put him in this area is because of the overhead protection from the ice cream bean. Nothing beats it. And bananas on the side, and the lemon on this side, right? Protection all around. This is a very good area for high wind, for frost, but not sun. The sun still gets in here in the morning. Okay. Anyhow, that's today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure enjoyed planting the jackfruit. I'm very positive on the results. We've had, like I said, tropical conditions here in Melbourne for the last few days. And before that we had helter-skelter heat wave. And it looks like we're going to be having another week of these Queensland-like tropical humid conditions, which is why I'm planting. This is the time to plant, by the way, when it's hot, humid, and wet. We're still waiting for rain though. The promised rain never came. Just a few dribs and drabs, but that's all right. I've got the hose out, hosing like heck. All right, guys, that's all for now. See you from the next video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And we'll see you soon.